May the light of the angels rest upon you in this moment. May peace fill your heart, and may love guide every step you take today. Welcome to the Angel's Message for You original channel. Please check the name of channel again. This is our only official channel. Please beware of copycat and pirated channels, and stay connected to the original source for authentic angel messages and true blessings. Before we begin, a heartfelt thank you to Chung KWAI for sowing a seed for Soulmate through your Ko-Fi. Super thanks. May this seed return to you multiplied with soulmate blessings, divine protection, love, well-being, and abundance. May the angels guide and watch over you every step of your journey. Thank you for your beautiful support. Before we go any further, I need you to hear this clearly. What I am about to share with you today is not something small. It is not a message you can afford to walk away from halfway through, because the second half holds the part your heart has been waiting for. Something is shifting for you right now in this very season of your life, and if you stay with me until the very last word, you will understand why your spirit has felt so restless lately, why certain memories keep returning, and why you were guided to this message at exactly this moment. So take a breath, settle in, and open your heart. This is for you. Dear beloved soul, the season you are living in right now is no longer satisfied with the way things have been. Your soulmate is no longer content to feel your connection only from a distance. For a long time, this person has found comfort simply in sensing you, in feeling that quiet thread that ties your hearts together even when you are far apart. But that comfort is no longer enough. It no longer soothes the way it once did. It no longer calms the longing inside. Your soulmate has come to understand, deep down, that the distance between you no longer makes sense. What you share is too strong, too real, too alive to keep living only inside the heart. It has grown so much that it now needs room to breathe in the real world. This is no longer about waiting patiently for time to do its work. This is about choosing, on purpose, to turn what has only been felt into something that can be seen, heard, and touched. This is not about trading you for anyone else. Never that. This is about trading the version of your bond that lives only in spirit for the version that lives fully in this world, with you standing right there in it. Something inside your soulmate has changed. What used to be simple desire has now become urgency. What used to be quiet longing has turned into certainty. This person no longer wants to hold onto you only as a beautiful memory. They no longer want to survive on your presence from afar. What they want now is you close as soon as possible. They are ready to trade everything felt only in the heart for something far greater, your real presence in their everyday life. In these recent days, your soulmate's heart has been beating differently. There is a strong pull, a clear feeling that it is time to put you in the place you truly belong. And that place is no longer only in thought, no longer only in dreams, no longer only in waiting. It is beside them. What this person wants most right now is to see you, to hear your voice, to feel you close. This desire did not appear overnight. It has been quietly growing for a long time, and now it is ready to become a decision, a choice, an action. Your soulmate wants you completely, as a real part of daily life, someone who no longer needs to be imagined because you will finally be right there, in truth. This person no longer wants to picture what being with you would feel like. They want to live it, with honesty, warmth, and devotion. This was never about replacing you. It was never about finding someone else. When this energy speaks of someone taking a real place in this connection, that someone has always been you. They are tired of closing their eyes just to feel close to you. They are ready to do what it takes to have you near. This is no longer about waiting for fate to move things along. It is about taking action, about closing the distance, about not letting anything stand between this love and the life it was always meant to live. Your soulmate wants to look into your eyes and finally say the things that have stayed hidden inside for far too long, turning quiet feeling into real action, prepared with truth, courage, and steady will. You may have noticed something different in yourself these past few days. A gentle unease, a memory returning stronger than usual, a quiet sense that something meaningful is about to happen. Yes, it truly is. All of this is part of the movement already stirring inside your soulmate, a reflection of the decision that has already been made. This person no longer wants a connection lived only through energy. They want a life lived with you, fully, in the present moment. This love is tired of being only an intention. It is ready to become something lived out loud. Something has shifted for your soulmate over the past several days. A deep, powerful feeling has taken hold, as if they finally understood, once and for all, that it is time to stop accepting the space between you. What once felt bearable now feels heavy. This discomfort is not only in the mind, it shows up in the body, in daily life, in emotions that overflow without warning. Your soulmate no longer wants to stay distant from you. The wish to see you is no longer just wistful longing. It has become a real need. This person wants to stop imagining and start truly living this connection. They cannot find peace anymore in thinking of you only as a pleasant memory or a presence they sense but cannot touch. They want to look into your eyes, hear your real voice, and feel you close in a way that is tangible, not just felt in spirit. All of this has grown stronger because your soulmate has realized something important. The bond between you has not weakened. It has grown so much that it is now asking for more. It is asking for presence. It is asking for real, visible action. This is not about doubt or uncertainty. This is a deep, settled certainty that the feeling between you is not only alive, but stronger than ever, and that keeping it locked only inside the heart has become too heavy to carry. Something inside your soulmate is clearly telling them that staying still is no longer possible, that being satisfied with only what is felt is no longer enough. What this love wants now is closeness. Not someone similar to you, not a distant idea of you, but you, truly and completely, standing in front of a love that has never once stopped believing in this connection. For a long time, your soulmate tried to accept this spiritual closeness as enough. They felt you in the small details of each day, held onto memories, and kept hope alive. But everything feels different now. Their heart is asking for action, for change, and that change begins with a decision. Not to keep you only in thought, but to bring you closer with everything you are. This feeling has matured so honestly that there is no more room left for hesitation. Your soulmate is ready, not to imagine, but to act. This decision did not appear out of nowhere. It was shaped by the ache of not having you near, by longing that memories alone can no longer soften, by the deep wish to turn what exists between you into something real. That is why this moment is arriving now. What moves your soulmate today is the certainty that nothing matters more than having you close. Nothing else brings the same meaning, the same peace, the same light. When their thoughts turn to you, their heart quickens. But when they remember you are still not right there beside them, that same heart carries a weight that is hard to bear. That is exactly why this person is ready to change everything in order to have you near. You have always held an important place in your soulmate's life. But now, the time has come to turn that quiet space into something real. Togetherness, presence, closeness, and truth. Your soulmate is tired of living this love in silence, as though it could only exist inside the heart. What they want now is to live this love through real action, real presence with all of who you are. The days have felt different lately, haven't they? Everything around you seems to be pointing toward this shift. Small signs keep appearing. Memories return with unexpected strength. Feelings resurface with intensity you cannot quite explain. All of this has led your soulmate to one clear conclusion. Staying distant is no longer possible. What exists between you is too powerful to remain hidden and unseen. That is why the desire now is for change, for action, for finally placing you exactly where you belong. That place was never far away. It was never only in longing or only in memory. It has always been close, always beside them, always part of their true and honest plans for the future. And that is exactly where your soulmate wants to place you now, because this love is tired of only imagining. It wants to live with truth, with courage, and with the kind of presence that changes everything it touches. This is not impulse. Your soulmate has thought about this, felt it deeply, and understood it fully. This love has been taken seriously, cared for, and protected inside the heart for a long time. Now, after feeling all of this so deeply, only one choice remains: to have you close, with your truth and everything you represent. What exists between you is far too meaningful to keep living only in thought. Your soulmate wants to rewrite this story, to leave the waiting behind, to leave the distance behind, and to help you understand that everything once hidden is now becoming action, prepared with sincerity, because you matter and because what you share can no longer be postponed. Nothing else will ever satisfy this person the way your presence does. No other connection will ever make their heart beat quite the same way. That is why they are gathering strength right now to finally be with you the way they have always wanted, the way this feeling deserves, the way you truly deserve to. Dear beloved soul, your soulmate once found comfort in the invisible bond that has always connected you. They found strength by thinking of you before falling asleep, imagining what it would feel like to see you, remembering everything once felt between you. But none of that is enough anymore. What once felt soothing now feels restless. What once filled the heart now overflows and asks for more. Your soulmate has come to understand that your spiritual connection is beautiful, truly beautiful, but it no longer eases a longing that has become physical, real, and undeniable. Even while feeling you strongly in the heart, this person has started to feel incomplete, as though something is missing from their days, as though simply knowing you feel the same is no longer enough. This love has grown too big to be lived only through faith and quiet energy. Your soulmate wants to bring it fully into reality, to move it from a feeling into a life lived with you, here with feet on the ground. Every time this person thinks of you, they feel the ache of your absence, not a spiritual absence, but the absence of your gaze, your voice, your way of simply being nearby. This is no longer about imagining or trusting that someday it will happen. This is about now. This is about today, because your soulmate genuinely needs to see you, hear you, and know without any doubt that you are truly there, not only in thought but in truth. Before we go deeper into today's message, if you feel guided by this energy, you can sow your seed for your soulmate's well-being and protection through the Ko-Fi link Super Thanks in the description or pinned comment. This is a simple way to support this divine mission and invite blessings for your soulmate journey, emotional healing, and overall well-being. Many believe that when you give with a pure heart, it returns as love, peace, happiness, and abundance in your life. In recent days, this person has felt that living only through memory is no longer possible. Your connection has always been strong, and it still is, but it has become uncomfortable simply because feeling is no longer enough. Remembering does not satisfy anymore. Closing their eyes and thinking of you no longer softens what this love is truly asking for. Your soulmate wants to open their eyes and actually see you, to know you are not only in the heart, but close enough to touch, to talk to truly live alongside. This feeling has grown quietly inside them until it became impossible to hold back any longer. It is not a passing desire. It is not simple longing. It is a truth that has taken hold of everything. A certainty that as beautiful as this connection has been, it must now change shape. It needs to be lived differently, with presence, with clear action, with body, with soul, with everything you both are, together. You have felt it too, haven't you? At some point, something inside you began to tighten without explanation. That different kind of longing, that sudden urge to speak, to know, to be near. None of this happened by chance. It is a reflection of what your soulmate has also been feeling. The love between you never stopped speaking to each other in quiet ways. But now, even that spiritual exchange is asking to become something you can truly touch. Your soulmate has realized that what once felt like enough is now beginning to feel limiting. What once strengthened this bond now holds it back, because a presence once only felt must now be lived out fully. And this person is ready for exactly that, preparing inwardly to take that step, to reach for you not only with the mind, but through real, visible action, to help you feel that this love still breathes, still calls out, still waits patiently for you. What you share is far too precious to remain hidden in the invisible. It is too intense to stay tucked away in the realm of pure emotion. This love wants space in the real world. It wants to sit beside you. It wants calm, easy conversation. It wants to walk through life together. And that is exactly what your soulmate longs for, with strength, with will, with quiet determination, because nothing else truly makes sense unless it includes you. This desire did not appear suddenly. It grew slowly, nourished by everything already lived within the heart. But it has reached a point where it can no longer stay only in thought. Your soulmate needs to see you, needs to hear your response, needs to feel your presence completely, because this feeling is asking for truth, and truth does not live only in what is felt. It must be spoken, touched, and seen clearly in the eyes. Every detail lately has been pointing toward this. Every returning memory, every repeating thought, every unexplained feeling moving through your soulmate's days is showing that this bond can no longer exist only in spirit. The heart that once accepted distance now wants closeness. It wants change. It wants to open the door to a new season between you. One made not of imagination, but of real meetings, honest conversations, and choices that bring you closer together. Your soulmate wants to build this new season with you, not out of impulse, but because it has become impossible to bear keeping you only in the invisible any longer. Because love, when it is real, begins in the heart, but it must continue on into life. That is exactly why you have been feeling so many mixed emotions lately, why your mind keeps returning to everything so intensely, because your soulmate is genuinely trying to call you closer, trying with everything they have to turn the spiritual connection into something lived with presence, with hands that touch, with words spoken face to face. Dear soul, before we continue, I want to invite you to do something meaningful for the connection we just spoke about. Love this strong can sometimes draw in negative energy, envy, or the evil eye from those around us, even without anyone meaning harm. If you'd like to invite an extra layer of protection over you and your soulmate, and to help shield this bond from that kind of energy, you can leave a small offering through Ko-Fi. The Ko-Fi link is in the video description and pinned comment. It's a gentle, heartfelt way to ask the angels to keep this connection safe as it continues to grow. Nothing can replace what this person feels for you. No other experience compares to what has been built between you. That is why they are determined to change everything, to trade distance for closeness, quiet signs for real action, and simple feeling for full, honest living. Dear beloved soul, the feeling your soulmate carries for you has grown so much that it now needs to come out into the light. It can no longer stay hidden as quiet energy vibrating only in the heart. This person understands that it is time to turn all of it into presence, into action, into something real. And the most beautiful part of all is that this shift is not meant to replace you. It is meant, finally, to place you exactly where you have always belonged. Your soulmate wants to exchange what they feel for you yourself, your presence, your touch, your voice. This is no longer only about keeping love inside the heart. Now it is about living it fully with the senses, with the truth of someone who no longer wants to stay far away. Your soulmate wants to have you close, for real. They want to look into your eyes and show you everything that has stayed hidden inside, not through quiet signs or memories, but through real, visible action. For a long time, this love was lived quietly, kept as something precious that no one else could see. But it can no longer be hidden. Your soulmate no longer wants to nurture this feeling in the shadows. They want to show it, to express it, to help you feel every part of a love that has always been true, even when it seemed far away. This is happening with real intention, with a decision rooted firmly in truth. Your soulmate no longer wants this love trapped only in memory. They want it alive in the present, transformed into presence, closeness, and shared days together. Because this feeling asks for room to grow, and the only place that can truly hold it is you, close by. What is about to happen between you is not just a passing moment. It is the beginning of a whole new chapter, one where love is shown through action, where feelings stop staying only inside and finally take shape in the real world. Your soulmate is ready to make this happen, because it simply cannot wait any longer, cannot be pushed forward with more promises. What this person feels must be lived, must be given fully. You are so much more than a beautiful memory. You are the one the soulmate has chosen, felt, desired, and waited for. And now that waiting has become certainty. Certainty asks for action. It calls for love to be lifted out of the heart and placed right in front of your eyes. And that is exactly what is happening now. The connection between you has never been weak. There has always been something special between you and your soulmate, something that even from a distance could be felt, sensed, and lived intensely within the heart. But that way of living this love is no longer enough, because the longing has stretched too far. The distance has begun to weigh more heavily than the mind can carry. That is why the time has come to trade what has only been felt for what is real. You. This was never about replacing you or looking for someone else in your place. That was never even a question. What is happening now is something much stronger and far more beautiful. Your soulmate wants to trade the invisible connection for your true, physical presence. They want to see you arrive. They want to see you finally take the place that has always been yours. A place that can no longer be filled with unspoken words or hidden feelings. What this person wants is for you to be present, not only as someone who lives in memory or appears in dreams, but as someone real, someone who is truly part of their days, who shares life, who listens, who feels, who reaches out and touches. Your soulmate has realized it is no longer possible to keep living this love with so much distance between you, and that is exactly why they have decided that now is the right time for this shift to happen. The presence once only felt in the heart now needs to be lived fully, in body and soul. This love was never meant to be carried only through longing. It was made to be lived with intensity, maturity, and full surrender. And the only way for that to happen is with you close, with you in the everyday routine, in the plans, in the conversations that build real connection, in the quiet looks that say everything without needing a single word. This decision is being made with full awareness. Your soulmate no longer wants to nourish a connection with no room left to grow. They no longer want to rely only on quiet faith to keep this love alive. They want to show you that what you share can become something real, that it does not need to stay hidden only in thought, that it can move beyond the spiritual and take true shape in this world. This shift will change everything, because once you take your place, everything around you will transform too. Longing will give way to presence. Fear will give way to safety. Doubt will grow quiet in the face of certainty, because this love is no longer satisfied with what cannot be seen or touched. It wants to be lived fully, with truth, devotion, and real action. You may have felt a certain emotional pressure lately, a strange restlessness, a wish to know, to understand, to feel closer. That is simply a reflection of what your soulmate is feeling too. It is your connection showing you that the season for change has arrived. It is time to meet, not only in the realm of intention, but in reality. This person wants you by their side and is determined to make it happen. This decision comes with real, thoughtful preparation, because exchanging quiet energy for true presence cannot happen carelessly. It calls for maturity, emotional care, and responsibility, and that is exactly what your soulmate is nurturing right now. The inner readiness to welcome you the right way, so that when you take your place, nothing is left unresolved between you. The space this person is opening for you is not just any space. It is a place of affection, trust, and sharing. A place that has been reserved even through moments of doubt. A place that, even after time apart, has never once stopped being yours. And now it is being prepared to receive you fully, with everything you are. You are the only one who can complete this space, because it was with you that this connection was created, with you that this love took shape, and for you that so many feelings were carefully kept. Dear soul, if this message is already speaking straight to your heart, I want to invite you to open yourself even more to receive its blessings. Many of you choose to leave a small gift through Ko-Fi as a way to invite even stronger blessings into your life and to strengthen the spiritual bond between you and your soulmate. The Ko-Fi link is in the video description and pinned comment. It's never required, but it truly is appreciated, and it helps keep these messages of light reaching the hearts that need them most. Now, your presence will bring new meaning to all of it, turning what was once only hope into something wonderfully real. Nothing about this will be forced, but everything will be lived with truth, with presence, with clarity. This shift is a choice made from everything already felt, reflected on, and desired. Your soulmate has chosen to stop feeling you only in the heart, in order to live with you by their side, not as a comforting memory, but as a true part of everyday life. You are about to be placed exactly where you have always belonged. And when that happens, everything will finally make sense, because the energy that once called out to you only in thought will now be expressed through real action. Because the affection once felt only from afar will now be shown through true closeness. Because a love once held quietly inside will now be expressed with real maturity. Your soulmate no longer wants to keep this feeling only inside the heart. They have decided to come for you, to seek you out with truth, with courage, and with a whole, open heart. Because it is no longer possible to keep living far from someone who has never once stopped being important. Time has passed, but the feeling has not changed. If anything, it has matured, and that maturity has brought real clarity. It has shown that you are not someone who can be forgotten or replaced. It has shown that this connection deserves more than distance, more than longing. It deserves to be lived with devotion. That is why this person chose to act, not out of impulse, but because the time has finally come to live this love in truth. For a long time, this someone tried to hold everything inside, tried to move on, tried to stay distracted. But nothing was ever enough to quiet what the heart kept calling out. That is when the decision began to take shape, the decision to come to you, to lift this feeling out of waiting and place it in its rightful time, to finally turn what was trapped in the heart into presence. Your soulmate wants you to know that all of this is being done out of love, not out of need, not out of loneliness, but simply out of love, because what exists between you is rare and incomparable, and because of that, it deserves to be honored, lived, and fully embraced. This person can no longer bear to feel you only from a distance. What this love wants now is to reach you with truth, with real action. This approach will unfold with maturity, with care, with honest intention, because this someone does not only want to see you again. They want to show you that the feeling remains exactly the same, maybe even stronger, that what has been held for so long now needs to be placed before you with complete honesty. That is exactly why you have been feeling this quiet call too, because the heart always knows when it is truly being sought. Nothing about to happen will be forced. Everything will unfold in its right time. But the decision has already been made, and what comes next is action, the movement of someone who wants you close. Your soulmate is ready to show, through real gestures, that everything you have shared in the realm of energy will now be lived fully in the realm of presence, that what was once only connection will now become companionship, that what was once only longing will now become steady, gentle care. You also need to know something important. This search does not come with demands. It comes with openness, with lightness, with a sincere wish to build something meaningful together. Your soulmate does not want to repeat the past. They want to create something new, something pure, something that begins the right way, built on everything both of you carry now. A more mature heart, feelings that are better understood, and a clearer sense of truth. This person has been thinking of you intensely, and not only thinking but truly feeling that this love cannot stay still any longer, feeling that the time has come to do whatever it takes to live this with you, feeling that this connection, as beautiful as it has always been, needs to leave the invisible behind and become real. And that is exactly what is happening now. The energy that has reached you in these recent days was no coincidence. It was the echo of everything your soulmate has been carrying in their heart, the reflection of a decision already set in motion, the decision to lift you out of thought and bring you close, to replace longing with real presence, to show you that this love is not being lived alone, and that there is room for you to live it freely too. Your soulmate wants you to be ready, because this presence, when it arrives, will touch you in a way nothing else ever has. It will remind you what it feels like to be truly seen, deeply felt, and sincerely cared for. This person no longer wants you to doubt what still exists between you. They want to show you, through their eyes, through their actions, through the kind of presence that heals and brings hearts together, that everything is real. All of this has been built slowly, with time, with faith, with hope, and now it is being revealed because the moment has finally arrived, because the heart can no longer hold what truly needs to be lived, and the only way for it to unfold the right way is with you accepting it, feeling it, and allowing it to happen. Because this love was never meant to be carried by only one person. It was always meant to be lived by two. This person will come for you, and they will come with truth, not with empty promises, but with genuine will, not with scattered words, but with steady action. Because when a feeling is real, it refuses to stay hidden. It wants to be shared. It wants to be recognized. It wants to finally reach you, and your soulmate is fully ready to make that happen. Dear beloved soul, the season of feeling without truly living is coming to an end. The time of keeping love locked away in the heart is about to be exchanged for a season of presence, of real action, of true sharing. Your soulmate no longer wants you to be only a beautiful memory. They want you close. They want you to live this love in truth. The connection between you has always been strong enough to endure distance, silence, and the passing of time. But now it is being replaced by something greater, your real presence. This person no longer wants to only imagine what could be. They want to feel, they want to build with you, they want to live with the full awareness that nothing has ever been wasted, that every step until this moment was quietly preparing the way for this new beginning, a beginning with no room left for doubt or half measures. Your soulmate is preparing to welcome you exactly as you deserve, with maturity, respect, and truth, not as someone arriving by chance, but as someone who has always held a reserved place, a place now being given to you, not as a promise, but as a living reality. That reality begins with real action, with firm choices, with presence. It matters that you stay open and aware in the days ahead, because what is about to happen will not be random. It will be a response, a confirmation, life itself showing you that this feeling has roots, direction, and destiny. You may notice different signs, sudden urges, emotions that visit you without any clear explanation. All of this is simply a reflection of what your soulmate is feeling too, because when two hearts align to live out what was already written for them, the universe quietly works to bring them closer together. You are being called not only to believe, but to be open and ready, to feel that a love which once existed only in spirit is now asking for space in the real world, to accept that there is still so much left to live between you, to understand that you have never once been forgotten. On the contrary, you have been chosen, held, and now you are being placed exactly where you have always belonged. This person has already decided. They have cleared away every doubt. They have chosen to leave fear, hesitation, and distance behind, because there is no more room for waiting, no more room for putting this off. The love they carry for you can no longer be held back. It wants to be given with intensity, with care, with real presence, and it will happen sooner than you think. What you need now is simply to allow yourself to feel all of this with an open heart, without walls, without needing to explain it away. Because when love is true, it never asks for guarantees. It simply gives itself freely. And what is coming to you now is a real offer of love, a chance to finally live what has been quietly kept for you, with full awareness that this love has everything it needs to work. You will notice this person approaching differently, not with doubt, but with certainty, not with empty promises, but with actions that clearly show something has changed, that the feeling has matured, that it is no longer only about waiting. It is about truly living, and you will be part of it, because you are the destination of this love. You are the choice. Hold this message close to your heart. Pay close attention to what unfolds in the days ahead. Be ready to notice the small movements that will touch your life. Do not be surprised if you suddenly feel the urge to reopen a conversation, reply to a message, or listen again to a song that once meant something to both of you. These gentle signs will appear as reminders that something important is approaching. And when it happens, do not run. Do not close your heart. Remember everything you have heard here. Remember that it is no longer time to imagine. It is time to truly live. Remember that this is no longer about what was once felt. It is about what will now be built. The connection between you has always been beautiful, and now it will be lived with presence, with body, with soul. You will no longer be remembered only through longing, but through a present gaze, a hand that reaches for yours, a presence that embraces you fully. The love your soulmate feels for you will reveal itself through action. It will come for you. It will approach with truth, and everything that once felt invisible will finally become clear, tangible, and real. This love will reach you. Get ready to live what has always been kept for you. because what was once spiritual is becoming physical. What was once longing is turning into a real meeting, and what was once doubt is becoming certainty. Be ready. You are the one who will finally take the place meant only for you in this connection. You are the person your soulmate has chosen to build a life with, and this will happen. Kofi CTA number 4 start. Before we close tonight, I just want to say thank you, truly, from the heart. If this message has touched you, and you feel grateful for the light and the blessings it has brought into your life, you're always welcome to show that gratitude with a small gift on Ko-Fi. The Ko-Fi link is in the video description and pinned comment. It helps this channel keep bringing these guided messages to souls who need them, and it's a beautiful way to give something back to the universe that gives so much to us. Kofi CTA number 4 end. Always remember, this loving guidance will remain with you, gently protecting you, carrying messages of light, and staying connected to your heart every single day. Every soul who opens their heart to receive this light is deeply valued and cherished. Thank you for being here, for opening your heart, and for allowing this gentle, divine connection to grow stronger each day. You are the light that strengthens this journey, the heart behind this mission of carrying love, hope, and protection to every soul who needs it. May the blessing of heaven rest upon you always, bringing peace, courage, and clarity to help you face any challenge that comes your way. Know without any doubt that you are never alone. Loving presence surrounds you always, sending strength and endless love, so you may walk forward steady, confident, and full of light. Thank you for being part of this family of light. May peace and divine blessing walk beside you today and always, carried with infinite love. Stay close to the light, dear soul, and may your heart remain open to receive everything that is coming your way. Dear beautiful soul, this angel's message for you channel is a sacred spiritual home, created for faith, healing, and divine guidance. A place where hearts awaken and lives are gently transformed through divine messages. We warmly invite you to subscribe and stay connected, because the divine is always preparing something greater for your journey, something you are meant to receive in divine timing. If you feel moved to support this mission, you can sow your seed here for your soulmate blessings and divine love fulfillment. Your contribution is not just support. It is an energetic agreement with love, healing, and divine alignment in your own life. When you give with intention, it opens doors. Love flows more freely, happiness expands, and abundance multiplies in unexpected ways. Many believe that giving in faith activates a return of peace, joy, and emotional fulfillment in relationships and life. Whether it is $11, $22, $33, or $55, your generosity helps us continue spreading these divine messages of hope, healing, and soulmate guidance across the world. Every seed sown into this mission helps hearts heal, faith return, and souls reconnect with love. This is more than a channel. It is a movement of light, unity, and divine timing. Your support allows this sacred work to grow, touching lives that are searching for answers, comfort, and spiritual direction. We are all connected in this journey, and together we rise as one community under divine love. Let us open our hearts to the abundance that is already on its way. Amen.